Paul Toboni, President of Baseball Operations for your Washington Nationals. Paul, good morning. How are you?
What's up, guys? Doing great. How are you guys?
Good. We are doing well. I'm going to ask you a non-baseball question. I'm going to ask you a food question right off the top. See where you stand on the Nats' opponent is the Cincinnati Reds.
Yep.
Where do you stand on Skyline Chili, Cincinnati's premier cuisine offering?
Are you in Cincy, by the way?
I'm not in Cincy. No, I was down in the Dominican, and then I'm bouncing around seeing some prospects. So I'm not in Cincy, and embarrassingly, I've never had Skyline Chili. So I feel like it's a boring response for you guys.
It's okay. Are you a fan of the concept, though? You've got spaghetti noodles, chili,
I would love
cheese, diced onions.
Yeah.
I'm about it. I'm about trying it. I don't know if it would be a staple in my my everyday diet, but I'm all in for trying it.
Gotcha.
Since you mentioned you're in the Dominican, now he's already in the organization, but I want to ask you about somebody, Ryan Clary, who works here at the station's a big Ronnie Cruz guy. I know he's down low, but fill me in on Ronnie Cruz and his game.
Yeah, Ronnie, man, so he was actually a really interesting one where he's from the Dominican, but he actually came through the draft. He went to high school in the Miami area. He came over in the Soroka deal along with Christian Franklin. So that was a great job by Mike D and the whole group. And he's been really fun in the early going. Like he's got a really unique ability to for a kid only 170 pounds, he hits the ball really hard, and he what we call his ball flight. Like his ball flight is really good, and what I mean by that is like when he hits balls to the pull side, they're hit at angles where he can hit a bunch of doubles and homers, and now it's just about I think doing a better job controlling the zone and getting the bat on the ball.
I don't know if we talked about Elijah Green last week. Maybe we did. Can you give us an update on Elijah?
It just seems like he's struggling, right? Big time.
Yeah, I know he's got a lot of strikeouts compared to his at-bats. So can you kind of give us an update on Elijah and why he is struggling? I think he's at Wilmington.
Yeah, he's in Wilmington. I mean, you hit it. Elijah's he's striking out. He also, I mean, the key for him is just getting the bat on the ball. He's such a freaky athlete. He hits the ball so hard. It pretty quickly just comes down to how much contact he can make. So he's been better as of late, and we're just going to continue to focus on hopefully pass improvements to his swing to help him get the bat on the ball more, so he can really tap into his power.
Yeah. So you can actually see like a big hole in his swing type thing? Is that what it is? It's like a technical thing.
Yeah, in short, like I think if you watch what a lot of the greatest hitters do is they stay on the plane of the ball for a long period of time, right? So like even if your timing isn't perfect, I mean honestly, Dalen's a great example of this. I'm not just saying it because he's hit a few home runs the past few days, but if he's late, he's still hitting a line drive to left field, right? And if he releases the barrel a little bit too early and he's out in front of the ball, like he might be hitting a ball like he did last night, out to right field. So the more I think you can be on plane, the more margin for error you give yourself to have, not perfect timing. And so that's just the focus. Going back to Elijah, that's the focus with him, is helping him get on plane a little bit better.
Talking to Paul Toboni, President of Baseball Operations for the Washington Nationals, now 21-22, so just one game under 500. You guys are number 2 in the major leagues in runs scored, number 4 in stolen bases. Is this above your expectations, or did you think the offense had this type of potential?
I certainly would not have put a ceiling on them. Having said that, to be in the top 2 or 3 in runs scored, that's a really good thing and not necessarily something that I was banking on. What I will say is that, and you just hit on it, like the part of this is the offense, and getting on base and getting to power and those type things. A big chunk of it too is the base running, and it's tougher to really pick up on unless you're watching every day. But it's not just the stolen bags. You saw it last night with JY, like going first to home. We've been really good going first to third, second to home, and to me that's just like we call it care factor. Like it's really how much you care and how focused you are on the base pass, and we just got such a freaking athletic team. Being able to tap into that has been really fun.
Paul, you mentioned Dalen Lyle. Is there a way that you can trick him to think every game that he's playing is in Cincinnati? Because he's just on a bona fide heater doing it close to home. He's from Louisville, so his family's there. It's great to see them in the stands celebrating. He's just tearing it up in the 2 games so far in Cincy.
Yeah, that was really cool. I mean, I don't know if you guys caught it, but seeing his dad run down the aisle too, that was just fun. I mean, I can't imagine the amount of pride you have in your son for both his mom and his dad, who were both great people. Just watching them do it in front of whatever it was, 30 or 40 or 50 family members, that was really, really cool. Dalen's just, I don't know if you all have spent time with him, but he's just such a special kid and great worker, and he's a stud. So couldn't be more happy for him.
So Paul, I was kind of talking about this earlier in the show. When you talk about the surprises, even though we're only 42, 43 games into the season, but you talked about some of the surprises. In the American League, Tampa Bay is just, that's crazy what they're doing, 28-14, and they've won 16 of 20. I think you could throw the White Sox up there, right? And they're 500 now. The Athletics are 2 games over 500. So some of these big payroll teams like the Red Sox, in the National League, the Phillies or the Mets, they're struggling. In the National League, I got to throw you guys in there as one of the biggest positive surprises to be 21-22. I know you're 9 games out because the Braves are just crazy good, but I didn't expect this. I mean, to be near 500, 43 games into it. What do you chalk that up to be from? It's really a cool story.
Well, I think, first of all, we're not where we want to be. You know what I mean? Certainly the guys in the locker room aren't celebrating being a game under 500.
Yeah,
but I will say, whatever, I think Vegas had us pegged at losing close to 100 games or whatever it was, right?
65 and a half win total, by the way. And I went over, just to let you know.
Look at that. Confidence.
I appreciate that. No, what I will say though is and this isn't just the cliche response, but I don't think it's a surprise to those in the clubhouse, in the staff. You know what I mean? I just think it's if anything, folks are bothered that along the lines of what we talked about a couple of weeks ago. There've been 5 or 6 games where we let them get away from us, and we're like, dang, we could be 4 or 5 games above 500 right now, and so. What do we chalk it up to? I think a lot of it is what you guys just hit on. The offense has been great. The base running has been great. And the pitching has been much better.
I was going to say the back half of the bullpen's been really, really good.
Yeah. Last night I think was a good example. I know Jake didn't have the start that he wanted, but shoot, those guys went, what was it? Was it 7 innings and just allowed a few hits and no runs. So that's been good. Penn's been better, and obviously Foster, he's going tonight or today, but he's exceeded the expectations. I still think our starters got more to prove and be a better version of them going forward. So yeah, I'm optimistic going forward and hoping that we can be better here in the next few weeks and months.
Hey, is this one where you really cross your fingers that Griffin gives you at least 5 solid, maybe 6 innings with what the bullpen went through yesterday?
Yeah, absolutely. We need him to go. We just can we lean on some guys? I think we can probably piece together 5 or 6 innings out of the pen if we needed it. But our hope is that Foster gives us some length, and he's the right guy to do it. You guys have seen him go these last few weeks. He can really pitch, and so our hope is that he gets us deep into the game today, and keeps them at 0-1, 2 runs, whatever it might be, and gives us a good chance to win.
Yeah. So you mentioned Jake. Jake in his last 3 starts, all in the month of May, has given up 14 in 13 innings. He's walked 9, and obviously, he got into a big hole in the bottom of the first last night. What do you chalk that up to be? Was his velo okay?
Yeah, his velo was all right. I think that was obviously a tough one for him. He was fighting himself. Obviously, the walks, that's the first thing, right? Yeah, he walked a few in the first before that big hit by Stevenson, and to me, while he didn't have perfect command of his fastball, he was still filling it up early in counts. But then what ended up happening, and this has plagued him, I think, the last couple of starts, is he had a lot of non-competitive off-speed pitches, right? So these hitters aren't even forced to make a decision when you're missing by whatever it is, 18 inches or, whatever it is. And so you find yourself, in 0-2 counts getting to 3-2 counts pretty quick, and then you got to fight to throw a strike and might end up walking a guy or two. So if you think back to that White Sox start where he was really good, he was getting into leverage counts, and then remember he was throwing that curveball and landing it below the zone, but they were really competitive offerings, and he was getting guys to whiff over and over again. So that's the best version of him that we've seen to date, and now it's just about pulling that out of him more consistently.
Yeah. All right, so today, 12:40, you mentioned it's going to be Foster against Chase Burns. Chase Burns, in his last 13 innings, has allowed 1 run, so he's been pitching really well. His ERA for the year is 2.11. He's 4-1. What are we expecting today? Yeah,
if you guys haven't seen him pitch, you should tune in today. He's one of the top young pitchers in the league, and couldn't be more different than Foster. I mean, he's like he sits 98, 99, and he's pretty much exclusively a two-pitch guy. Like, he's fastball, slider. They're just two really high-quality offerings. So, and his fastball, too, it's not just that he's sitting 98, 99. It's got real quality in terms of, like, the ride he generates on it. He can miss a lot of bats with it. So, good thing is we got a darn good lineup. So, we're hoping to get to him, and hoping Foster can give us a good outing, and we can get a W.
Paul, thanks for the time as always. We'll talk to you again next week.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you, man. Good luck.
Appreciate it, guys.
Yep, that's Paul Toboni, president of baseball operations for your Washington Nationals, on the Rude Guest Hotline. When we come back, we'll get into EB's entertainment page. We'll do that next here on The Fan.